Basketball was the first thing I fell in love with. You know, before a girl, before cars like boys do, before anything else. And not only did I have a passion for it, but I dreamed about it. I mean, if I sat in church, a lot of times I couldn't pay attention because I was picturing me playing basketball. When I came out of college, I went to Drake University. I graduated in 1990. When I came out of college, I got drafted by the Rockford Lightning. So I was originally drafted to a league in Canada, and I played over there for the summer. And then I got drafted immediately after that to Rockford. When I got drafted, I actually hadn't planned on going. I was like, I can play in the summers in Canada and make really good money, and I hadn't finished my degree yet. I'll go back to school and get my degree and get a job, you know what I mean? And I was satisfied with that. And Rockford Lightning kept calling me because they had spent a draft pick on me. And they was like, you're not gonna come into camp? They was begging me, and I really wanted to play basketball. And by this time when I was back in school, it was my first time actually being in school without playing sports. So that was difficult, you know what I mean? I had nothing to kind of drive me from that standpoint. So I ended up calling my parents, who at the time were both teachers, and I asked my parents if it was okay if I left school, drop my classes, not finish my degree, and go to play basketball. My mom said, I knew you was gonna call. This was just what was gonna happen with you. My dad said, I thought you was gonna call a couple months ago. And so they actually gave me permission to leave school. I went and dropped my classes, and I went on to play basketball. And then from there, I played with the Rockford Lightning for a couple years, and then I got traded to Omaha and ended up winning the CBA championship. And from there, it opened up opportunities for me to play basketball overseas. And I ended up doing that for 11 years, traveling, playing, originally starting in Australia, playing in Australia for 2 years. Not back to back. I played in Australia, then I came back and played in Israel. Then I left Israel and I went back to the CBA. And once that was over, I went back to Australia. Went from Australia to Venezuela. Won a championship in Venezuela, left Venezuela, went to Cyprus. Played in Cyprus and then left Cyprus and went to Greece. Then played in Greece, came back and bought this house. And then I went to Philippines and played in the Philippines. Came back from the Philippines, went to Argentina. Didn't touch nothing. 3. Basketball for me was the first time that people would notice me. People would recognize me that I didn't know who they were, but they knew who I was. And that was the driving thing. I had a gift, you know what I mean, physically and athletically. I mean, all of us was tall, but I had this gift. When we all went to high school, I was the only guy to make the varsity team. By the time I was a senior in high school, I was named the top 24 players in the state of Mississippi. I mean, I play basketball for fun because I love to play, and it's been a big part of my life for so long. I mean, it's allowed me to see the world, to meet so many different people. I have friends that live in Israel, friends that live in Australia that I still have contact with to this day. I have friends that play in the NBA or coaching in the NBA and stuff like that. So yes, I mean, playing basketball is what I love, and I'll always do it whenever I get the chance.